Right? So the car got hit a month and a half ago. So I'm turning in the car to the auto body shop this morning. Now, a couple days ago I called Enterprise, going to get the rental car, and I'm like, can I pick a rental car or what? And the guy's like, well, we don't really do it like that. You have a class 3 rental. You're a class 3 rental. So you can get like a big SUV or, I said, yeah, I don't want an SUV. I said, I want either something that's fun to drive or like a long test drive for my next car. I said, do you guys have Mustangs? And he's like, well, yeah, he's like, well, you know what? Every once in a while we do. We don't have one right now, but they come in once in a while. So he's like, you want a sports car? And I'm like, yeah, a sports car. He's like, okay, if I don't have a sports car though, we'll get you like what? I'm like, I don't know, like a Civic, or he's like, we don't have Civics. I said, okay, well, like a Camry or something. He's like, okay, sure, like a full-size car. I'm like, okay, great. So that's where we leave it. I'm getting ready to go to drop the car off at the auto body shop, and there's a message on my phone. So I call, and it's Enterprise, and he says, look, this is Joe from Enterprise. If he's like, I have a Mustang that's coming in today, but it's not coming in until noon. And he's like, can you wait? If you can wait until noon, he says, I know you have an appointment at 9 to drop your car off. And I'm like, oh, man. So I called up, and I'm like, hey, I don't know if I can do that because I got to go to work. I got to be at work at 10. I said, but what if I get he's like, or I have a Nissan Altima for you. I said, okay. So, well, what if I get the Altima, and then you get I'll come back like tomorrow morning and I'll get the Mustang. He's like, yeah, he said, we could do that. He said, but I only have like 2 cars on the lot. It's like, it's pretty unlikely I'm going to have that still tomorrow morning. But he's trying, so I was like, that's really cool, So I said, oh, it's fine. I'll just take the Altima. I'll meet you down at, the auto body shop, right? So I'm like, I'm not bummed, but I'm like, oh, well, But then I hang up the phone and I start thinking, well, maybe I should call somebody. Maybe I should get somebody to work for me today. And then I could drop off the car. I can get my Mustang, I can call Tara maybe. And I'm like, no, Tara has to work. And she's already there. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, nah, you know what? I'm like, forget it. Just go get the Altima. Just get the boring car, just go. All right. Just don't fight it. This is what's supposed to happen. Right. Just don't fight fate. So I'm okay. So I go down to drop off the car, and I'm looking around the parking lot. I don't see a Nissan Altima anywhere, and I don't see any sports cars anywhere, and I don't know what's going on. But it's like right around 9 o'clock. And usually, the last time I was there, the Enterprise people were really prompt, and early actually. Sure enough, I walk in, and this lady's sitting in the right next to the counter, and she's expectantly looking up, and I'm pretty sure that's the Enterprise lady. But I go to the desk first, and it's not a guy, so that threw me off because I thought it was going to be this guy Joe I've been dealing with. So anyway, I go up, I do the thing with turning my car and get fixed, and I sign all the papers, and then this lady's like, oh yeah, I'm here to take you to Enterprise, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, so we go out to the parking lot, and we get into this Chrysler Pacifica. And I'm like, this is an SUV. I'm thinking to myself, I'm not saying anything, but I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is an SUV, all right, well, maybe they're cleaning my car, the Altima, and they're just taking me back in this, right? So we're going back, and I'm thinking to myself, they better not, I don't want this. I don't want an SUV, man. I want, So I'm going back, and we're talking, and she's asking about the car and what happened and all this stuff, and I tell her a story. And she says, so you really wanted a sports car? And I said, yeah. She said, well, I said, yeah, but I'm getting a Nissan Altima, right? And she said, well, actually, I got a guy right now, a driver, who's going to get you a Dodge Challenger. And I'm like, in my head, I'm going, okay, that's cool. But what I'm like, yes, that will be acceptable. So we get back to the place, and the car's not there yet. And there's another lady like signing out the Ultima, right? So I see her and she's like, I'm like, oh, that little dark blue thing? Okay, that was going to be my car. So, and then there's another guy who's like fighting with Joe, the guy who I'd been talking to, and they're fighting over mileage or something. They're turning the car in. And he didn't read his rental agreement or something. And he's like, no. And they're like, yes. If you took it over 50 miles or I don't know, whatever it was. He didn't want to pay it. So he's fighting. And I'm thinking to myself, just stay cool. So like, I sit there and we're filling out the forms and everything. And Joe says, oh, here it is now. And I look and I missed it. So like pull in. So, I don't even remember what a Challenger looks like, to tell you the truth. I think I've seen them on commercials and stuff. I know what a Charger looks like. It's basically a Challenger's Charger. It just has 2 doors instead of 4 doors. So I go out, and it's this thing that is right here on the screen now. It's this canary yellow, again, like muscle car. Red with black scoops and like Michelin tires. And I'm like, oh my God, you guys are going to I'm thinking to myself, you guys are going to give me this car? And I'm like, oh, okay, very good. They're like, well, they're going to wash it for you. And I'm like, okay. I said, wash it. And, and we're doing the walk around and everything. And I get the keys. It's not even a key. There's no key. It's a keyless car. You press a button, it starts. It doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles, but man, it's just fun to drive. Yeah, it's big. It's huge. So I'm driving it up Tripoli Street. There's parking on both sides of the streets, and I'm thinking, I know I've seen trucks get up the street, but like I'm so used to drive that little tiny car, and I'm like, I don't know if I get through it. So I get to work and I pull in the parking lot, and Tom's like, I'll valet that for you if you want, sir. And I'm like, okay, the dishwasher. And then Doug's like, how did you get this thing? And I'm like, all you got to do is ask and be nice to people. And sometimes the universe gives you what you want, Don't struggle, don't fight, put it out there. And sometimes it happens. And that's what happened to me today. So I have a pretty strong feeling that Enterprise people tomorrow morning are going to get some donuts. I'm just saying that's a strong possibility. The universe might give the Enterprise people some donuts tomorrow, because they sure did for me. So anyway, that's my happy ending to the universe story. Yeah, so
that's nice.
That was great. So now I get my midlife crisis car without having a midlife crisis and without having to make car payments.
Is it an automatic?
It's an automatic, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but it does have sport shifting, so I'll have to figure that out. I might have to read the manual or something.
How long do you have it?
As long as they have my car.
You have the insurance is covering it?
The insurance covers it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
So that's the end.
Yeah,
all right.
Cool.
All right.
Don't go